Hello everyone. In this video I am going to talk about how to create a function and why we create function. So far we have used some function like print, input, id, type. These functions these are built-in functions. They are already there in the Python. We directly use them without creating them. But in Python we can create our own functions also. Okay, and we call them user-defined function. So creating function as such is not necessary. You can do something without even creating functions also. But we create function because there are some benefits of using functions. First is like if you want to write a code for some big functionality. For example, I want to create a code for ATM. It has many functions. So instead of writing a code for us as a single unit, I can divide them into multiple functions and each function works with each other. Okay, so this is what we call divide and conquer. You are dividing a big problem into smaller pieces so that you can easily work on it. And once you divide these into smaller chunks, it becomes easy to fix. If there is any error in one particular unit, it becomes easy. You can easily identify where is the error. So fixing error becomes easy. So easy to debugging is one of the benefit of creating function. And once you create a function, you can call it as many as time you want. So you don't have to rewrite the code. So we say that code reusability also increases by creating function. And function is a way to implement abstraction. Abstraction means we want to hide unnecessary details from the user. For example, when we drive car, we just know how to drive car, what it takes to drive the car. We don't know what is inside the hood of the car. Similarly, like a user who is using function, he doesn't have to know what code is inside the function. He just need to know what input a function take and what output this function will give. So by creating function, we can implement abstraction. If you don't have function, then all the code will be easily visible to the user. Okay, so that's the few benefits of creating function. So creating and using a function is a two-step process. First you create a function, then it will not work by itself. You will have to call the function in order to use it. So while we are before creating function, you can answer these question, what is the purpose of the function, why I am creating this function, will it take any input or not, and will this function after it's done doing the job, will it return anything or not, and if it's going to return anything, how you are going to use that, are you going to store it somewhere or do something with this. So these are the few questions that will help you to understand whether you are creating a function that will be some meaningful to you or not. Okay, so let's take one example of a function. So this is, I have written a code to find a square of a number. I will ask user to enter a number and we will find its square. So if I say 5, I'll get a value of 25. Okay, now this is I am running this code without function. Now I can create a function for same program, and to create a function we have to use the keyword called def. So you use this keyword called def, which means define, then you give the name of a function. You can give any name. So I can call it okay. Then you have to put these circular parentheses and put colon, and then you press enter, and here you will see there will be a little gap here, a dent, that is very important, and here you have to write the code. Okay, so now this function, it's up to the programmer, like how we are defining it. Will this function take any input? If it will take any input, I have to define it here. So this function is about finding a square of something, so I need that something as an input. So let me call it input. Okay, but input is a keyword, so I can just call it something else, number. So this function will take this number as an input and do something with it. And here I can write a code. I can say sqr is num multiply by num. So I am taking this input, multiplying it 2 times, storing it into a variable called sqr. Now I can print here we copy from here and sqr. This function is created now. Now you see this indent is important. If you don't keep this indent, if you bring this line here, this line will become independent of the function. This will not be a part of function. So in order to make it a part of, they should be in one line and there should be gap. That means now these 2 lines are inside this function. Now this function is created. Now it will not work by itself. Okay, I have to call this function, provide the input, and then it will start working. So to call a function, you will have to call it by using the name. This is a function, and if you provide any input, let's suppose if I give 6, it will print. So I provided an input manually 6 and I'm getting 36. So this is what we call is calling the function. This is calling the function. I manually called it, provided a manual input. Now you can provide an input like this also. Instead of manually providing, I can also say read from the user. Let me call it num2 and here I will provide num2. So now user will, if I run this, if I enter 7, I'll get 14. So this is how you create function. Now this function is not returning anything. It's doing its job and that's it. And in order to make it work, you will have to call this function like I'm calling it here and then provide the input. If I don't provide the input, it will give me an error. See, it says positional argument is missing. That means this function was expecting one input and that was not provided. So it will not work. So here I will make it work here. Okay, so now it will work. Now this function is not returning anything. Now I can write the same function slightly differently and make it return something. It's up to the programmer whether you want to make something, return something or not, whatever suits your logic. Okay, so I will make minor change here. I'm going to create the same function. This time I'm going to give it a different name and let me call it here, this time let me call this A, and I will not print this here. This time what I will say is return, let me call it value so that we know it's, so I am saying take A as input, multiply it, find its square, store it in a value, and this function will return this value. Last time it was not returning anything, now it's returning. Okay, so I have to use this function. So I'm going to call this function. So let me directly print and see if that works or not. I'm calling this function and I am providing, let's say manually I am providing input, so I should get 16. Oh, I did not run this, so I have to rerun this cell and then it will get, okay. because this function is returning 16. Or if you want to understand in a better way, what we can do is store this into a value. I can call it returned value, and I can print this separately. So when I'm calling this function, it will jump here to execute the program, and then this function is returning a value that gets stored into this variable returned, and then I am printing it. Now if you want to make it user, taking input from the user, I can call it num3, and I will give here num3. So num3 will be input now. Now let's run this. I will enter number 8. So now we did this program in 3 different ways. Okay, this is first one. Okay, this is, let me call it program 2, and this was program 1, and this is program 3. Now the difference is here I am not using any function. I am taking input, finding its square and printing it. Here I created a function which finds the square and also print. It doesn't return anything. This one is a function that finds the value, it finds the square value, returns the value. Okay, and then whatever I want to do with that value, I can do it. I am storing that returned value in this variable called returned value. Okay, so this is just example of how we can create function, and a function can return something and may not return something. If a function is not returning anything, we call it it's returning none. So this function is returning none. This function is returning value. Okay, so this is how you can create function and use them. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.